Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video here today from Men Only titled 90% of clubs are women, why men will never go to clubs again. So apparently a lot of men are opting out of going to clubs. Obviously the women aren't particularly happy about this because, whenever men opt out of anything, women take it upon themselves to be frustrated at men. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Today's episode was sent by Matrix of Madness. I'm going to leave a link to both of their channels in the video description and the pinned comment. Let's jump in and let's take a listen.
Where are the single men at in Atlanta that are not absolutely unhinged?
Atlanta nightlife right now is not the same.
Stop it.
Especially clubs.
Oh,
one of the biggest clubs, one of my favorites in Atlanta, it just closed down.
Fellas, welcome back to the channel. Alright, today we're diving into something that's been causing a lot of buzz lately. Why men are done with the club scene. You heard that right. It's not just a phase. More and more guys are saying no thanks to nights out. And with stats showing that up to 90% of clubgoers are now women, it's starting to look like a serious shift is happening. So, why are men walking away from the dance floors? Is it just the vibe, the cost, or something deeper?
You know why men are walking away from the clubs? I'm assuming that just not only means the spicy clubs, but also the ones where people go to drink and dance and everything, is because men don't go to these things so much anymore because there's no reason to go. Every woman wants you to buy her drinks. None of these women are actually interested in you. It's a complete waste of time. I mean, I've always thought the clubs are a waste of time, guys. When I was younger, I tried to go a couple of times because all of my, I had a few friends who wanted to go and things like this. I hated it, man. Absolutely hated it. It was a complete waste of time. The people, particularly the women, were horrible. It's no wonder why dudes don't want to do this. Absolutely no wonder whatsoever.
We're about to break it all down. And trust me, some of these reasons will surprise you. Let's get into it.
No one is angrier at a woman with standards and boundaries than a man who can't meet them.
Naturally. And from what I've heard, some of those women's standards are based in definitely an alternate reality.
I wish you guys took all the energy you spend begging women to lower their standards for you and did anything else with it.
Nobody is begging women to lower their standards. In fact, a lot of men encourage you to keep your high standard. Go out there, chase the giga chads. I'm sure when you're 50, you'll eventually meet your Prince Charming. Just a few more years. Guys, I'm not here to convince women to stop dating out of their damn league or to, change their dating strategies. Why? Because I find it absolutely hilarious. I don't want to date these women anyway. I don't want to marry them. They're completely psychologically ruined. So, no, dudes are not upset at you for having these standards and these boundaries, which, by the way, what she's talking about here is she wants respect and she wants to be taken out on dates and she wants to be treated well. But what the women always tell you, always neglect to tell you, is that they want this treatment from men that they find attractive. The average man, she doesn't give a damn about him. So, keep your high standards, keep going out there and chasing the giga chads. You can be somebody else's problem. It sounds great to me. It sounds great to a lot of men out there. Let's continue. As I hit the wrong button.
Took all the energy you spend begging women to lower their standards for you and did anything else with it.
Anything else? Really? Well, a person should always be careful what they wish for because one just might get it. And a lot of those men that one seems to be complaining about in regards to not being able to meet those very realistic standards that many women have set forth might just decide that it's best just to avoid women altogether.
Yeah, by the way, these men who the women are chasing, they don't want to meet your standards because they don't care. They're not looking to respect you and treat you fantastically and take you out on dinner dates because they're not looking to wife you up. They don't care about you.
And then what would a lot of individuals have to make videos about?
I am not attracted to a man that is going to send me a Venmo request for half of a dinner bill.
Noted.
And on the contrary, nothing turns me on more than when the man I'm dating takes me out on a date he planned, picks up the tab as soon as the waiter drops it on the table, and then tips 20% on top of the total. That shit got me like, let's get out of here immediately. Let's get out of here before I bang your brains out in this restaurant.
Ah, yes, the good old, what I find attractive is a man who has a big wallet. That's the classic, isn't it, guys? Now, I always want to really stress this, okay? This woman is sitting here saying, what I find really attractive is a man who pays for everything, tips the waiter, blah, blah, blah. He has to open his wallet in order to be attractive to me. Do you guys think that this woman has hooked up with many men in her lifetime who didn't have to buy her a damn thing? I can guarantee you right now the answer to that question is yes. Okay, so on the one hand, guys, women will try and convince you, oh, keep open your wallet. I'm super attracted to it. Buy me things, buy me things. The previous men didn't have to buy you anything. So you can get out of here with that. I don't care. And also, nobody asked you what you find attractive.
How very charming. Who said class doesn't exist anymore?
Here's the reality, and it's time for some hard truths. No one is more deceitful than a woman suggesting they'd bang a man's brains out for paying for her dinner and tipping 20%. Women who set their standards purely based on a man's wallet are living in a fantasy world.
And you know what? I encourage them to continue to do it because all that it does is make men understand why they should be walking away from you in the first place. I don't even have to say anything on these videos, guys. These women will make these videos and then they wonder why dudes walk away from them or where all of the good men have gone. The good men do not want to date you. Well, let's continue on to the next clip, which I believe starts in a moment here.
With women.
A lot of pretty girls will never get married. They'll have a lot of boyfriends throughout their entire life, but they'll never get a husband. Do you know why? Because they're not respectful. And if you're thinking, oh, if they're not respectful, how do they even get boyfriends? Well, boyfriends are only there for one thing. They get it, and then they go. Whereas a husband wants a respectful wife. So if you're single, and you're the prettiest girl you know, and you think every other girl is ugly, and yet these ugly girls are getting married, and you're not, chances are, those ugly girls are respectful, and you're not.
Here's the thing. Looks can only get you so far in life and in relationships. Sure, a man might be initially attracted to a beautiful woman, but once he sees that she doesn't respect him, doesn't appreciate him, and treats him like he's disposable, he's going to lose interest fast.
It's absolutely crazy to me, guys. Women tend to really overplay how important looks are for men. Oh, a man should treat me well and he should buy me things. Hasn't the guy seen how pretty I am? You know, men don't just go, oh, wow, she's pretty. It's time for me to marry that. You know, there are other things that men care about other than how attractive you are. And if you're a woman and you think that you're super attractive and you're a 10 out of 10 and you go around telling people this and you're arrogant and you're entitled, guess what? You're not a 10 out of 10. Okay? So many of these women are so damn delusional. They're like, wow, why is it that I can't get a man? I'm so attractive. I'm, you know, I can hook up with all of these guys. And the answer is you have nothing else to offer a man. You're not pleasant to be around. You have no feminine qualities. And of course, men don't want to keep you around for the long term. It's wild to me, guys, how, you know, women will be attracted to one thing and then everybody has to fall in line with that, okay? Whatever they find attractive, that's the golden rule, okay? You have to listen to that. They're attracted to the height, the bank balance, how nice your face is, you know, the hairline, etc., etc. But as soon as men mention one thing, it's like, no, we're wrong, and no, we're never going to listen. And then they wonder why they're like 40 and they're single, they're alone with their cats and things like this. Because their cats are the only ones who are going to care about them. Just kidding, cats don't care about them either. Let's continue.
Atlanta, the girlies are the ones who approach the men. Wait. The mates. No. Wait.
Stop yelling. We're like 2 seconds into the clip, man. Like, relax. It's, guys, you've got to understand, okay? Women like this, it's like you can only handle them for so long. Like, you can only listen to them for X amount of time before your brain starts to turn to mush. This is like, I'm assuming this is a podcast because they have the, you know, the microphones set up. They've got the podcast set up going on here. You couldn't, guys, like, oh, it's awful. It's awful. Stop yelling.
I'm telling you, the girls are moving to the boys here. Yes. And they won't say it. They don't want to come out and say it, but they do. The men here are just so, they're just so spoiled. They are spoiled. All the girls are sharing the same man. All the girlies here, they're dating the same 3 Africans.
And there you go. She said it better than I could have, guys. I didn't even need to say it. So here's what's happening, okay? Men, the top percentage of men have options with women. So they are doing what 90% of the women are doing, and they are treating the women like options for a change, and women don't like it. So let me get this straight. It's totally fine when, you wait for men to approach you. Men have to do all of the work. You ignore 99.9% of guys in the first place. But when it happens to you, now all of a sudden it's an issue. We need to start up a podcast. We need to chat about it, blah, 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 guys. It's like anytime you treat a woman a fraction the amount of a dude, it winds up on some podcast.
Africans are a big thing here.
Really?
Yes.
Like Portia Williams, the African.
Oh my God, they want that. And then if it's not the Africans, and yes, it has to be like the athletes. Everybody's a money guy now, a entrepreneur, an investor now. Everybody's that in Atlanta, which I don't get. But I don't know what y'all be investing in. But yeah, be careful. Here, I just feel like the dating scene really, really caters to the men. The men don't really court. It's really weird to watch. And
yeah, the men don't court. No. The dating scene doesn't lend itself to men. This is true of a lot of Western society, right? The dating scene is not benefiting men. The dating scene is benefiting the top percentage of men. The average men are treated like trash. They are completely ignored. They are lucky to get responses, and if they do, it's probably from a woman who's very unattractive, and if she's not, she will stop replying. The top percentage of guys who understand how this works, who are really quite attractive, who have their social media on point and things like this, they are the ones who get all of the women. And guess what? They don't have to reply to you. How's that for a taste of your own medicine? You are the one who now has to jump through all the little nonsense hoops in order to get the attention from the person you're trying to get attention from. So I don't feel sorry for these women. These dudes at the top, hey, I don't even hold it against them, man. These women have had this crap coming, to be honest with you. They do that. This is literally, let me just make this clear, okay? This behavior that these women are complaining about, they invented it. They literally invented it and continue to do it to this day. So do I care when it happens to them? Not particularly.
And then it's weird to see like the women, how they will beat each other's wigs off over these dudes.
It's becoming increasingly clear that men are fed up.
Am I the only one who thinks that wigs are just completely disgusting? Like, there is nothing, before we continue into the clip, okay, there is nothing real about these women whatsoever. We've got makeup on, we've got fake eyelashes on, we've got fake eyebrows, we've probably got a filter over half of these damn videos. And then not only that, to top it all off, guys, the fingernails are fake as well. The hair isn't even real. I mean, what on earth is this, man? So you need to tell me, guys, this isn't a big thing over in Australia as far as I know, but like, are these women just bald underneath? Is that what happens? Like, are they just bald? Or do they just have really, 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 really short hair or something like this? Because if they're changing these wigs out all the time, they have wigs. Because I'm assuming they have multiple wigs, right? That's psycho to me. That is absolutely psycho. But let's continue here. I believe the clip continues. Let's find out where.
Themselves wondering where all the good men went because they're no longer chasing.
Atlanta nightlife right now is not the same.
Stop it.
Especially clubs. One of the biggest clubs, one of my favorites in Atlanta, it just closed down not too long ago.
It's not Magic City, is it?
No, not Magic. Magic cool, but it's not like
pop-in, serious
No, they doing all of that in Magic. You can have a good time in Magic, actually. But Allure.
Why do all of these people know where these clubs even are in the first place? Yeah, this is so empowering for women. I just love how, these days, guys, women will go out here, they will become night workers, they'll post spicy photos of themselves online, they'll do all of these different questionable things, and society will just cheer this on as if it's good for them. They're completely ruining their lives. Men are going to not want to ever take them seriously, which is fine if you don't give a damn about that. But let's be honest, a lot of these women end up wanting to have families and things like this, and they can't lock down a man. This is exactly why. They're harming themselves by going out here and engaging in these industries. And women will just pat each other on the back for doing this. It's so empowering. Oh, yes, you're such an empowered queen for doing this nonsense. It's so insane to me.
That used to be my favorite club. It just closed down.
Why did it close it down?
I don't know. But now we got Onyx. Onyx, yeah, it's cool, but I don't know. Magic is cool. Nightlife in Atlanta just not the same right now, though.
Why? Because of the close down or just generally?
Everybody locked up.
In prison?
Everybody locked up. All the niggas with money, they
in prison?
Everybody, it's just a drought right now.
Oh my God, free the bottle poppers! Free the bottle poppers!
Free the bottle poppers.
They're so important. They're such an integral part of the club life.
Maybe they'll come out in the winter. It's been real slow lately, dry.
All the bottle poppers are in jail.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
A lot of them, not all of them. A lot of them in jail or in hiding because they don't want to go to jail.
Men aren't going to clubs anymore because there's simply no value in it. Why spend money and time in places where you're expected to buy drinks and entertain ungrateful women when you can get the same visual experience on Instagram for free? The reality is, women in clubs are often looking for simps, someone to spend money on them without reciprocating any real interest or respect.
Yeah, I totally agree with this. Let's really go on that point there. These women, they're losing to they're losing to AI, to be honest with you. They're losing to, you know, images of women on the internet who aren't even real these days, guys. Isn't that so crazy to think about? Is that these women are like, yeah, come out, buy us drinks, you know, pop these bottles, as it were. Men should come out here and do these things. But these women are so unpleasant. There's no benefit for men to doing it. The fact of the matter is that they're losing to online people who might not even be women in the first place. Like they're literally just losing to the internet. So very empowered, very strong, very independent, etc. Let's continue.
Here's the thing. The Atlanta club scene, and really club culture in general, has turned into an adult show and tell, where 90% of the women are more interested in ignoring men and putting on a performance for each other. It's almost like straight clubs have become places where women dance and flirt with each other, while men are left on the sidelines wondering what the point even is. The worst part is
so women go to these places for attention, for validation, right? To try and get free drinks and things like this. And this is why the men don't go, is because men have realized that they are simply being used. Okay? I'm sure back in the day you could go out, you could meet a woman, and you could go from there. But these days you've got Instagram, Tinder, all of these different dating apps and things like this. When women go out to these environments, what they do is they soak up all of the attention from the simps, all of the validation, they get their free drinks for the night, and then they go home with the man who they have already predetermined that they are going home with earlier in the night anyway. I don't think a lot of men understand this, but the whole game has already been set. The women know whose bedroom they're going to end up in at the end of the night. They're just seeing how much free attention they can get in the meantime, how much free validation, and if they can happen to find someone who they find more attractive, which is a low chance, then they'll just go home with him if it's easier, or they'll add him to Instagram for later on. Really quite simple, but, you know, women don't like to admit this. Let's take a listen to this next clip, Dating in Atlanta.
Hey y'all, I'm gonna do a story time with Dating in Atlanta. As you guys know, I am a newly single woman. I have been single since last year, September, coming out of a relationship for 4 years.
I mean, I could have guessed.
He's a narcissist, but that's another story.
Oh, he's a narcissist.
I have been going on dates here in Atlanta, and when I tell you guys, it is so creepy out here in this dating scene. Let me start off with the first guy I started dating. We went on a couple of dates with each other. The vibe was there. We're texting. I met him.
When she says the vibe was there, she basically just means he's attractive.
At a chicken wings place I was walking out of. Come to find out, this man was in a whole relationship, and he told me that his girlfriend was okay with him seeing other women because she realized one woman could not be enough for him.
What a surprise. The man you end up chasing has options and he's already in a relationship. Ah, yes, the absolute classic, guys. I didn't know he was in a relationship. I didn't know he had a girlfriend. Number one, you're lying. Number two, guys, isn't it just super weird? It's just a magical coincidence how these women will all end up with the same small percentage of men. I know it's statistically improbable, one might say. But let's continue.
Now, as you guys know, I am not sharing my man. We had never slept together. We were vibing. The lust was there.
Wait. So she was holding out for marriage? Did I just hear that correctly? Let's run that back for a second. Hang on.
One woman could not be enough for him. Now, as you guys know, I am not sharing my man. We had never slept together. We were vibing. The lust was there.
Okay, no. So she was saying that this man that she went on the date with, she didn't hook up with him, apparently. Yeah, I don't believe you. I never believe women when they say this. I'm not one of these believe all women people. I'm more inclined to go with the idea that you're probably just saying whatever it is that makes you seem like a good person. Oh, I didn't know he had a boyfriend. Oh, I didn't hook up with him. I would not be surprised in the slightest if, number one, you knew he had a girlfriend, and number two, you hooked up with him. I don't believe these stories, man. Every time these women get on TikTok in their car ranting about their relationship situations, you can guarantee that the whole story is just riddled with things that aren't true. But let's continue.
And I love that he was such a great entrepreneur, but I'm not finna date a man that another woman is already accounted for. Okay, then you want me to give you all this time, not talk to nobody else, but you already have a girlfriend. And I literally, the last time I hung out with him, once I found out he had a girlfriend, I was so turned off. I texted him a long message and told him it's not gonna work because I can't date somebody that's already accounted for. When I tell you guys, he was so pissed and he was like, I thought we were vibing. You're sitting here worried about another woman, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that was number one. Number two, I met a guy at a kid park with my daughter.
And there it is. So she's a single mother to top it off. I mean, we could just start the videos by saying you left your man and now you're a single mother. I mean, we could cut a whole lot of nonsense. But of course, guys, she left the man. I don't even know if the man she was with originally that was even his kid. Who the hell even knows, guys? It's anybody's guess. But of course, she left him because he's a narcissist. Yes, and now she's a single mother who's struggling to date. Oh boy. Oh boy.
He was there with his kids. So of course, he got kids. I know you got a girlfriend. I'm not a girlfriend, a baby mother or an ex-wife. I don't ask that because I'm like, you know what? We're going to meet. We go out to eat. First date, he tells me he's married and that his wife is allowing him to have an open relationship with her where she can date other women and he can date other women, but she doesn't want to date other men. What sense does that make? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm eating. But that didn't even make sense to me. I didn't say shit while we were on the date because I wanted to get my food paid for and I didn't have to pay for my food.
Yeah, of course, right? You needed him to pay for you, so you didn't say anything. The absolute classic, very classy here. Make the man pay for the food. Still act as though you're interested in him. So he pays for the food and then ditch him afterwards. Very smart, very big brain. So we do that. And guys, what a shocker again. We end up going out with the man who has a relationship already again. So you mean to tell me that we are now 2 for 2 on dates you went on, quote unquote dates you went on, and both of these men were in relationships and you just had no idea. I'm telling you, man, these women are out to poach each other's boyfriends. They're out to poach each other's partners, right? And these women will always try and claim that isn't the case. But guys, go out there and ask other women. They will tell you that women oftentimes will try and steal their boyfriends, will try and steal their husbands, and those women will claim, "Oh, I didn't know you had a wife or a girlfriend. I'm so sorry." But the girlfriend knows, the wife knows that woman already knew. They smell the nonsense from a mile away. But let's keep going.
We were on the date because I wanted to get my food paid for and I didn't have to pay for my food. And I don't usually do that, but I just was not in the mood to pay for that lunch.
Yeah, you don't usually do that. Again, guys, reminder, she just finessed this guy for food, but her ex was the narcissist, not her, by the way. She doesn't usually do this.
Because I barely wanted to be there in the first place. But he texted me after the day. I have not responded. And I'm going to text him today, let him know I thought about it, but I don't want to date nobody's husband. It is scary out here, y'all. Like, I am so new to this dating scene. I don't know how y'all been going through this, because this made me not want to date anybody and just be celibate. These men are in relationships or they have a girlfriend. Like, what the fuck? My friend was like, going forward, I need to ask them the first time they try to talk to me, are you in a relationship? Are you married? That needs to be the first thing I ask them. And I'm like, damn, like, I would assume if they're trying to talk to me, I wouldn't have to ask that.
You know, so she says she doesn't want to date anymore. She's going to be celibate. This woman will never do that. She's going to continue going out there. She's going to continue hooking up with these random men that she meets. And she won't remain celibate. I can absolutely guarantee you that, guys. Every single one of these women is like, yeah, I'm going to quit the dating apps. I'm going to quit doing this, you know, insert behavior. I'm going to be celibate now. They never do, guys. They always return to the dating applications. They always return to these behaviors that they were doing beforehand. They just try and convince you of the opposite. Let's jump into the next clip here.
Good morning. I would say get ready with me, but I accidentally already got ready. So, oops. But life update. I don't even remember the last time we did one of these. It's definitely been a hot fucking minute. But I was probably still, no, I was doing better the last time we did one of these, right? Well, I'm still doing better. So I guess you could say I've been talking to someone new. It's complicated though. I don't want to be like, what are we? But like, what are we, shoddy? No, but like seriously,
It's very, very simple. These women like to pretend like it's super complicated. Oh, it's complicated. I've been talking to this new guy. Translation: she's been hooking up with a new guy and she hasn't pushed for a relationship yet. Why? Because she's a genius. Because she's very empowered. The man needs to push for a relationship. But what these women fail to realize is that these men, number one, typically don't want a relationship with you. Number two, have no reason to push for said relationship. And number three, you probably should have tried to get a relationship out of him before you hooked up with him in the first place. You see, these women these days, they're doing everything backwards, completely wrong. And you know what? They're convincing each other to do it. I love this strategy that modern day women have, guys. Truly bravo, truly very empowering. Here's the strategy. It goes a little something like this. Find an attractive man on a dating application or a social media, like typically Instagram, by the way. Reply to his stories or he replies to yours. You go out there, you meet up, you hook up with each other. Maybe you do it a couple of times, maybe 10. And then you realize that you don't have a relationship with the man. You want one, but you push for one and he doesn't want one. Rinse and repeat until you're 30, 31, and then ask the question, where have all of the good men gone? Pretty foolproof, if you ask me. Great strategy. I'm sure these dudes aren't complaining, so keep it up, you absolute queen.
really good, I guess you could say. Sorry, Lola distracts me because she's just chaotic. But yeah, went on a date. It went so good, and I do actually really like this person, but you can't be like, what are we after one date? And it is also complicated, and I'm not going to be able to have a second date with him for a hot minute, so that's fucking great. But I don't want to get into that too much. I want to keep that off the internet and just see where it goes before I talk about it too much.
Have you guys noticed that some of my videos have gone missing over here on YouTube? That is because I am slowly moving them over to locals where I can actually host them without the risk of getting in trouble. If you are not aware, many creators are starting to move over to places like locals, Rumble, etc. because YouTube is not really a free speech platform. So if you are interested in supporting the channel and getting access to videos that are no longer available here, make sure that you come and join us over on Locals. The link will be in the video description down below. Supporters get access to their own exclusive videos that are no longer available to the public. So make sure you go to the link in the description and join us over there now. But anyway, guys, back to today's episode.
Because I don't want to get my hopes up and then look like a fucking moron. But no. Really nice guy. Do like him a lot, like a lot, which I didn't think was actually possible again, but it's crazy.
Yeah, she didn't think it was going to be possible again because she's still attached to the last man who she got very attached to. and failed to get a relationship from. So, translation, she's already been alpha widowed by another guy. She already got completely decimated by a guy beforehand who refused to commit to her. And now she's excited because she's getting the butterflies again. She finally feels something. Yeah, she's probably hooked up with other guys in between, but they didn't mean quite this amount of dopamine. You know, they didn't give her this level of excitement. She's finally found a new man who she could see herself being in a relationship with, right? Because he's of her caliber, you know, really meets those standards. And of course, it's going to happen again. It's just a giant circle, guys, and the women just don't realize it. They don't realize it.
I'm gonna get my hopes up and then look like a fucking moron. But no, really nice guy. Do like him a lot, like a lot, which I didn't think was actually possible again. But it's crazy because I went from someone telling me my expectations would never be met, or I'm unreasonable, or I'm too much to deal with, what I want is unrealistic. And then someone just comes along and checks every single box.
Okay, let me know when you get a ring from this man. Let me know how that works for you, right? So I encourage you, don't lower your standards, keep them nice and high, and then keep posting videos, and then we'll see where you're at when you're 30. I think that's the best way to handle this, right? Because people are telling you to lower your standards, you're being unrealistic, and you're like, wait a minute, look at this fantastic option. Let's see how your option goes. Let's see if you end up getting married to the man for any reasonable duration whatsoever. I mean, I don't think she's going to get as far as marriage at all. Typically, these men aren't interested in committing to you. But hypothetically, let's say if you do get the commitment from him, you know, are you going to end up married? Probably not. I mean, guys, here's the stats on this. Let's think about this logically, mathematically for a second. Let's just say this woman has been with 11 dudes. That is a very conservative number, by the way. Let's just say she's been with 11 men. Do you really think that lucky number 12 is going to be her forever after? No, he's not. Chances are this guy's probably not going to want anything serious, but nevertheless, let's continue. Don't lower your standards, Queen. You'll do a fantastic job.
Without even, like, breaking a sweat over it. Like, they just do it naturally, and I'm like, oh, I really wasn't as bad as you made it seem. Or, like, I don't know, maybe I am bad. They just don't say anything. No, I'm kidding. But really, really happy. I'm excited to see where that goes. But like I said, it's gonna be a hot minute till there's any update on that, because it is kind of a, forgive my dog, a complicated situation.
Yeah, so he probably has a girlfriend or something like this, or he's traveling, he's not too interested. But for some reason, they can't go out on another date soon. Really tells me that this is off to a great start. You can't even go on a second date anytime soon. Interesting. It sounds to me like he gave you some sort of excuse, or he has a girlfriend or something like this. So you're going to have to wait till they break up, or whatever the case may be, to continue. I mean, it's doomed, guys. It's just doomed, no matter which way you look at it.
That's fine. I'd rather wait around for the right person than do anything else. It's not even like I was looking for a man. Like, I literally was not talking to a single guy except this person.
Wow, what an absolute saint here, guys. This woman is only talking to this one guy. She wasn't talking to multiple. Oh no, she's a saint. She's oh my goodness. I guarantee you, what this means is she typically talks to multiple men at the same time.
And I don't know. Something about me was like, talk to it. And I'm glad I did. But yeah, super, super sweet guy. Really like him.
Yeah, so she had to approach him. By the way, you would probably think that you would record at another time when your dog is not drinking out of the water bowl. I mean, this woman's audio quality is worse than mine sometimes. Like, holy hell.
Excited to see how that goes and where that goes. My birthday is in less than a month. So that's kind of exciting. I'm getting, like, old as fuck, and that freaks me out a little bit, because I'm like, what the hell is going on with my life? I have no clue what is going on. Work has been the same. Lola has been the same. She lost her She lost her womanhood about a month ago, but she's pretty healed from that. She goes to work with me a lot. Yeah, don't you? We still go to work, and you still pay the bills. Yeah, you got to. She did pee the bed the other night, yeah. with me in it. She peed on me. I was not sure which one of us actually peed.
Okay, I'm going to put this on 1.5 times speed, and we'll see if she has anything relevant left to say here. Let's continue.
I'm being so serious with you right now. Upfront and honest, I wasn't sure, but until she came up and was like telling herself in my face, and I was like, oh fuck. Glad it wasn't me, but not glad that it's 3 a.m. and I have to clean all this the fuck up. But yes, there's your life update. Hopefully in a couple of weeks I can hop on here and give you another one, and then slowly introduce them to my TikTok if they would ever want to be. But a lot of people are like, keeping the fuck off that TikTok, and I'm like, I got it. It's not for everyone, but my girls love to hear from me. So there's that life update. I'm going to fix my hair. I don't even know what's going on. Oh, I'm also letting it grow. Okay, short hair like the arrow is coming to an end. Okay, sorry, it's growing out. But
okay, she said absolutely nothing. That was a complete waste of time. Guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. I'm sure it will go magically for this woman at the end here. I'm sure they'll settle down, they'll have a nice family, she'll get married to this guy, obviously, because that's the direction that's going for sure. Guys, we're going to leave today's episode there. Remember to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.